Hello Pisces, and welcome to your January 2019 tarot reading. I'm Jade with Yes, 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 and I'm here. I'm going to give you this reading. We're going to use the cards that were drawn for the overview for the whole year as our kind of outline. And as always, thank you for your likes and your shares and your subscribes. And if you have a comment, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear how these resonate for you. So feel free to check out the box below. It also has all my information if you want to do a reading. So here we go. Let me start it with the Mystical Shaman Oracle. That's it. And so your card for the year, the overall, was the Staff. And the Staff is about balancing. It's about bringing things together in harmony. So you seem to be in a place where you are in the middle, you're kind of traveling the middle path, and you're able to bring in different, you're able to bring peace from two different forces, bringing them together to help them see what is what is common, what the common threads are. So it's a beautiful energy to be in, and let's see how that works. Specifically for January, we have the Nine of Swords. It's the Nine of Swords. So there's a little bit of dis-ease, staying up at night, not really giving your mind the rest. And it could be that you are a little overextended from the holidays and that your mind is going and going and going. So hopefully, Pisces, we can bring that back down and find some relief, and we'll do that when we get to the real reading, because it's clarified by the sun. So that means that whatever it is that's keeping you up at night, no matter what, ultimately it's going to be fine. It's going to work out. So if you are in a place where you're trying to work out the details of something, the sun is going to give you the energy to do so. If you stay up late at night and then you have to work the next morning and you're not sleeping so well, the sun is going to give you the relief and the energy to be able to transcend not having that sleep. You're going to be able to function with energy. So hopefully it's a creative project or something really interesting that's keeping you up late at night, and hopefully it's not a grief or a loss. But we will find out. So let's see. I have pre-shuffled. I'm using the Klimt Tarot, which is a beautiful tarot deck, and we'll lay this out. We'll do something like the foundational energy first. It could be the past, but I just like to see what the foundation energy is. For Pisces, for January 2019, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's some stability coming at you, coming towards you. It's not coming quickly. So basically, if you are in this place, you're in this Nine of Swords energy, if you are in this energy of not feeling stable, it is coming. Something that will put you at ease is coming. And it could be a person that is coming in to help you, or it could be this energy that you take on. Okay, what else we have is the Ten of Wands. So it could be a burden that's bringing this need for stability. Okay, let's get a little bit more. I just want to get one more card for now. The King of Swords. So now we're talking about being clear and speaking clearly, and it also could be an air sign energy, a Gemini, Libra, or Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Aquarius energy coming to you. However, I feel like this might be your energy in the need to speak your truth. So there's been some burdens, there's a need for stability, and there's also a desire to speak your truth. These are things that are your foundational energies, as well as things that are keeping you up at night. So what is going on, Pisces? For the present, we have, I think this is our Tower. Yeah, this is such an interesting Tower card. So something has ruffled your feathers. Something's kind of shaken everything up. The Tower's in the present, which means that it reverberates throughout the whole reading. So there was a need for a change, and you weren't able to make it. So instead of you making the change, the universe has come in and made that change for you. Let's see if that change has to do with work or health or relationship. So we have the Four of Pentacles. So it's about It's about food, clothing, shelter, health, wellness, work, or money. So you've had some type of financial shakeup, let's call it that, or a work shakeup that's come through, and it's something that, you know, it might have come through towards the end of the year, and now you're really feeling the weight of it now in January. You're holding on to these pentacles tightly. Perhaps you are feeling like you're in a scarcity energy where you may not be able to have enough going forward. I'm feeling like there was a job change. And so if you are in a place where you lost a job or you were deemed redundant, you know how they say, that there's this change that's happened, and so you're holding on to all that you have. You're holding on to your 401k, you're holding on to whatever savings you have, because you're not really sure where all the chips are going to land, where all these pentacles are going to land. So that's happening now. Let's see what else is happening now. We have the Hierophant. So it's a traditional energy. This is also Taurus energy, so it could be related to a Taurus, where this the change up. And if we're talking about it being a health routine, because that sometimes happens. In January, we sometimes will switch our health routine. So if it's, you know, you have to change your health routine. Maybe you went to the doctor and they said, look, you know, you really have to change and exercise more and change what you're eating, because it's giving a detrimental effect to your health. Well, the Hierophant is coming in to say, you know, you have to go the traditional route with this. So you have to go to the gym and do the workouts. It's also saying, if this is a money thing, that you want to stay in a traditional role. You don't necessarily want to jump out on your own right now. So if you have left your job, you're in a place where you need to, you might be deciding which way to go next. Go the traditional route for now, okay? That's what the Hierophant's here to tell us. Go that traditional route. We also have the Queen of Wands. She's beautiful. Okay, and this is telling me that if you're going the traditional route, the wands are your action, that you want to do it with compassion, and you want to do it with the understanding of the full project, right? So you don't want to just take any old job. You want to see what the project is, and then that's what you're going to step forward into. So it's a traditional project that you're working with this month, and the Queen is telling me that you want to know what that project is before you say yes to this new role. I know it feels like you may not have the time to really kind of decide or check or look around, but you do. You're able to really decide what's next for you, because the Tower has shaken everything up so that now you can choose the next course of action that's best for you, okay? So that's what's going on in your present, and we talked about it in terms of work. You know, we talked about it a little bit in terms of health, but really the Pentacles just tell me that it's, you know, it's something that's going to affect your beingness, your physicality. So, you know, I'm not really seeing a move necessarily, but it does have to do with your money and what home is, you know, body, home, and that feeling, okay? And then coming up in the future for Pisces, January 2019, the Ace of Pentacles. So we have a new beginning. Again, it's a slower beginning, but it is coming. And this is, again, what we're talking about. You can move out of this scarcity mindset and know that your new beginning, whenever this new job or this new health routine is, it's coming for you, and it's coming right on the heels of all of this shift, okay? This shift is crazy. Shift happens. Is that what they say? So just know that the shifting is happening. It's natural. It doesn't feel good. It is scary, but it's going to be okay in the end. We have the Temperance card. So make sure that you're not jumping to the conclusion that it's all going to fall down. Make sure that you're balancing your life between work and play or emotions. When we are in a place of instability, we have a tendency to kind of like cramp up and think that the whole world is going to fall down around us. So you have one area of your life that's kind of unstable. unstable. So know that the rest of your life is doing just fine. And if you need to lean or focus on the energies, like say you focus more on your relationship, because and your relationship might actually be supporting you through this dynamic change that's happening here in January, has to do with your work or your money or your health. But make sure that you're staying in balance with everything as best as you can. But it is changing, and it's changing for the better. Good things are coming. Okay, this is a lot happening in 1 month, but it seems natural. A lot of times in January, we kind of start our engines going, and we're ready. We jump out of the gate and we're ready to go. Okay, so our last card, we have the 5 of Chalices. This is the 5 of Cups. Okay, so we have a little bit of disappointment in the future. We have a little bit of it's not exactly what you want it to be yet. Okay, emotionally. So you have to sell this to yourself. You have to sell this new change to yourself. You have to talk yourself into it, right? So whatever it is, it's not going to be like what it was. Your life is going to be a little different. Your work or your health or your money will be different, and you might have to be okay with the slow changes, because there's pentacles here, but the fact that there's a Hierophant is telling me that the structure that you're going to have to move towards will bring you more stability in the long run. Okay, now let's do some clarifiers. I want to clarify this energy from the past, this foundational energy, the Knight of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, the King of Swords. What is this foundational energy for Pisces in January 2019? Okay, we have the 10 of Swords. So we have, it's interesting because it's clarifying the 10 of Wands. So it's just taking you out, okay? Something that's taken you down in the past puts you into a scarcity mindset or a place of questioning yourself and questioning your ability to provide for your family, possibly. You're questioning your ability to take care of yourself by eating the right foods or treating your body well by going to the gym or whatever, again, or just making the money. There's something that's caused you to question yourself and not trust that you can do this, that you are ultimately in charge of your destiny. You don't have to rely on other people to bring you to the place of knowing that you can do this. However, you do have to work with other people in a traditional context in order to get to that place where you have that stability. So I hope that makes sense, what I had just said. We have one more clarifier, the 7 of Swords. This is, again, the past. So we're coming from some some energies that aren't serving you. I'm glad they're in the past. I'm glad the Tower has shifted all of this. The 7 of Swords is, so it could be that there was some deception, and we've got 2 Swords cards too in the past. There could have been some deception that created this, what is it, gaslighting. Like maybe somebody had gaslighted you to bring you to to a place of self-doubt. The other thing about 7 of Swords is that it's like it's leaving the situation. It's just going. There's a few cards that tell you to move on. The 7 of Swords is taking what swords you can and just get going. And if you need to sneak out because you don't want to be brought down by the drama that's happening around you, then sneak out. It's fine. I feel like this is your energy and not necessarily around you. However, if it is a deceitful energy around you that has gaslighted you, you've come out of it because this Tower has brought everything down and it's crashed it down. So it could have been, maybe you made an investment decision that wasn't the best choice. That you gave your money to someone else to make choices for you, and now you have lost in some monies. So coming into January, now, you feel like, oh my gosh, how, who am I going to trust now, now that I've given over this, given into, given my money to other people, and now I have to go through and make more money in order to invest again. There's all kinds of storylines here, but the point being is that this energy you have moved on from. The Tower has pushed you out of it. So what's happening in our present? We have, did I see that? The Knave of Swords. This is a page in this deck. So we have a message coming through. The message is going to bring you to this new place. What is this? The Strength card. This message is going to bring you to a place where, and it could be a Leo, I was going to say, I feel like this is more of a boss situation. So I think that you have a new message coming in from a boss, a new boss actually, if we're talking about these same energies, where you're going to start in a new situation for work, or you're going to have someone who's going to help you through working out this deal where, if it's all about your finances or it's all about your body, you've got some outside help coming in who's going to be a guide for you. So look for a kinder, masculine, older energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that is embodied in a male figure, just so you know. So it's just a masculine energy. Okay, one more card for the present. We have the Stars. Oh, good. Okay, so our destiny is coming true, finally. Okay, so what you were worried about, don't worry about it. You are going to be given this message from this older person, and it's going to get you through what you were hoping for. It's going to get you to what you were hoping for. And if it's a new job, it's a new job. If it's a new health routine, or perhaps it's information about your health, or if it's money and financial abundance, then this older, wiser, and generous energy is going to bring that to you here in January. Now the Strength card, because it's a Leo card, is also connected to children. It could be a child, but I feel like it's a guide, so that's why I'm saying it's an older energy. Okay, I feel like it's somebody who's guiding you, like a mentor, okay. In the future here, we have because it's the Hanged Man. Don't you love that when they're upside down and you can't tell? So you're going to be holding on, waiting it out, and seeing it through. So whatever changes we're going to make to your health, to your work, or to your finances in the present, you're going to just hold out before making huge changes, okay? You've had a huge change. You've had a huge upset. So in the near future, you're going to receive guidance, but then you're going to just wait on it, okay? I feel like you might sit with it before making the next choice. Because of all of this change, it might be too much to just jump forward into the next venture. The Hanged Man also is not a comfortable position to be in, obviously, but so it may feel like, again, you don't have the power here, that you're forced to be in stagnation and waiting for something to come around. Even though you're being brought some new information, your destiny is coming in. And it's the Ace of Pentacles up in the near future. So you've got these new beginnings that are promised to you. You just may have to shed this mental energy that you had in your foundation, whatever this gaslighting, and maybe you did it to yourself. Maybe you talked yourself out of being able to be empowered. Okay, figure that out, Pisces. We don't want any of that. Okay, let's talk about one more card for the future. The Wheel. That's perfect. Okay. So it's turning, and it's going to be positive, okay? Once you pull yourself out of this energy. Now, it's totally natural to finish a year off. So 2018 is finished. We've looked through the past of, all the things that worked, all the things that didn't, wanting to make change. So very simply, we step into the January and we want to make changes. it's hard. We talk ourselves out of being able to take the power and make those changes in our lives. But we've got guidance. We've got people outside of us who want to help us get to our destiny. And in the future, even though we have, we've told ourselves this is going to be difficult, and that it is outside of our power, it actually is within your power to step forward and to move forward and to accept what changes and beautiful changes that are coming toward you. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for January. It's again, it's a general reading, but we're talking about, you know, things that are about the home and the body. So that's what's really going on for you this month. I'm going to pull one more card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. That is such a hard 3 words to say, but I love this deck. It's beautiful, and I just want to get energies for you for just this month for Pisces, January 2019. There's one card. There we go. The Sorcerer. Now, if anyone can take their power back, it's the Sorcerer. Okay, so I'm going to read the book. 48 goes to a 12, which goes to a 3, which is a collaboration number. Okay, so let me find it. 48. The Sorcerer. It's a little dark, but I hope you can see it here. Okay. When the Sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misses powers or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The Sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. I think that's beautiful. It does speak to a little of what we're talking about here, which is that this is a darkness. It is seething and it can take you down. And it's really easy to get confused. It's really easy to start seeing the world through that lens. So the more that we can shed that, and that tower is going to come in and shed it for you, the easier life is going to get. And life is going to get sweet, Pisces. It's going to get so sweet for you. So that's what I have for you in January. If this resonates, let me know. I'd love to hear a comment from you. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it when you do. I'm sending you all my love.